Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing That Liberal Blindfold for this Thursday, the 20th day of August in the year of our Lord 2020. Hollyweird is at it again. Actors, actresses, and others who make their living by pretending to be someone else and not facing reality are again telling us all what we need to do. Now remember, this is all from people who never live in the real world, and for that matter, I doubt if they even know what the real world is. From Breitbart News comes this one. Pop star Billie Eilish, never heard of that wench, proclaimed on Wednesday at the Democrat National Convention, or the DNC, that President Donald Trump is, quote, destroying our country, unquote. Here's her full quote. It says, Donald Trump is destroying our country and everything we care about. Now, she's 18 years old. We have to remember this, man. At 18 years old, she knows everything. She goes on to say, we need leaders who will solve problems like climate change and COVID, not deny them, unquote. Really? This from a know-nothing 18-year-old child? And another, who plays someone else all the time, lives in a fantasy world and should know better by now, Michael Keaton. He's now saying, quote, resign, no harm, no foul, walk away. It would be very patriotic, and I would personally write a note thanking him, unquote. That was Michael Keaton, the Desperate Measures actor, and he said this in an Instagram post. He goes on and says, I swear, I'm not being condescending. It's just the truth, unquote. Like I said, 99.5% of these people wouldn't know reality and the truth if it came up and introduced itself to them. But that is not all. Kevin Costner, who has been around long enough to know better, still knows less about the real world than my 18-year-old daughter. And he's telling us, quote, it's terrible. It's terrible. And he said this of Trump in an interview on the Daily Beast. Costner, of course, providing no evidence, slammed the president's refusal to provide additional funding to the USPS for mail-in voting over concerns that it will lead to more cases of voter fraud. Quote, nothing is surreal. Everything is highly real, and it's dangerous, and it's shameful, unquote. Like I said, these people wouldn't know reality if it slammed them up against the wall and told them what it was. But sadly, still, that is not all. Hollywood stars went gaga for Kamala Harris on Wednesday evening as the vice presidential candidate delivered her big acceptance speech on the third night of the Democratic National Convention. Some celebrities could barely contain their emotions, with Mindy Kaling, Alyssa Milano, Mandy Moore, and Padma Lakshmi all confessing to break down in tears. Oh my God, they're breaking down in tears. This is just amazing. The tears are now flowing. Avengers star Mark Ruffalo raised his pom-poms and said, congratulations at Kamala Harris. Now go tear them a new one. Perhaps actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus joining the convention on its last night will raise the ratings. Quote, what a night. Congratulations at Kamala Harris. Excited to see everyone for tomorrow for the final night of the Democratic Convention, unquote. And Valerie Bertinelli, another one who should know better, but like I said, they live in Hollywood. They pretend to be someone else all the time. She says, I know this means nothing in the scheme of things, but damn, Kamala Harris looks so beautiful tonight. She's right. It means nothing. And of course, there was Bet Know Nothing Midler saying, "Bravo! Kamala! Oh wow! There's Joe! Great speech! Socially distant! This is so weird, but it's so moving and full of hope." And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. Oh my God, what a bunch of morons. They all should be breaking down in tears if they support this ticket, because not only is it wrong for this nation, but it confirms what I have been saying, that they know nothing of the real world and what is good for it, and they just need to learn to keep their stupid mouths shut and go back to the one thing that they are good at, pretending to be someone else. The only thing that true patriotic Americans can now look forward to is the DNC circus of depravity and boringness is almost over. It shows to me at least that the actors know they live in a fantasy world with no idea what is really going on, that they can all come to us Americans and tell us all with a straight face that they know what we need, except for pretending to be something they are not. No, they don't. As for knowing what this country is and what it stands for, something else they know nothing about. At least in the days of John Wayne and others like him, they would get out into the real world and live a life. These people just coat themselves in the Hollywood cocoon of know-nothingness and live their lives in it. And the latest poll that has come out about the DNC says that most Americans would rather jump into a volcano of wild angry geese than watch what the demono rats stand for in their convention. That right there says it all. And most Americans do live in the real world, so they are more informed about the real world than the Hollywood obozos are and will always be. Thank you all for joining me today, and as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled, and that actually only works if we start refusing to allow it. This is Robert the Infidel, and I will see you all again on Monday. And remember, NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold is brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where America always wins. I'll see you again on Monday, and tomorrow is my weekly Thursday show. So have a blessed day, have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a good day.